Everybody has a podcast.
Yeah. What up? Welcome into the show. And yeah, so it was out the last couple of weeks, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody had a good weekend, out there. And man, what day is it? It's the 16th, 9:33. Oh man.
Hey, Wiggy, take out the trash!
We're back. Good to be back. Grant Mills will apologize to the listeners for not having a show last week. Grant Mills, I talked to you obviously off the show. I was called for jury duty, and I was actually picked to be a part of a federal jury. So, had to be up early, had to be on my best, had to have a clear head to make a good decision for the.
Oh man, did y'all send a man to his death?
No, nothing that bad. Pretty intense. I can't talk about it apparently, so I will just say one thing. If you ever have you ever had jury duty where you served on a jury?
No, I got struck last time.
Yeah, I did too. I got called up in January, was struck, and then got called back. The good thing is, well, I guess it's good, bad. I had not been called up for 20 years, and this year it's been twice. So now they say since I served, you can't get called up for 2 years, which is awesome. But man, if I get another notice in 2 years, it'll be much too soon. So nothing too exciting about it. I will say, if you get called up. I wore t-shirt, jeans, tried not to look mature, didn't really do my hair, hoping they would just strike me and be on my way. And not even kidding. The same day I was down there, they started opening statements that day. So it wasn't like they called you for jury duty and like, hey, be back. You're going to start a trial tomorrow. And that same day, they sat me in a courtroom and they did opening statements and was ready to go. So they weren't playing. They must be desperate for jurors right now.
You got to go downtown?
Yeah. Federal. It was big boy stuff.
Man, they put you in that big ass room at first.
Yeah, this one, so the big room I think is like county or city or whatever that is. But this one was a little smaller than that one. There was only like 40 people there at this one because this was the federal building. That big one downtown, that's brutal, man. I did do that one in January and I got struck, but man, that's like all day. You're down there from 8 o'clock to like 5:30, and if they don't call you back, so nothing exciting. But we're back. I did my civic duty. Hopefully, for the next 2 years, we'll not get called back. Hopefully, I won't get called back for another 20 years when I'm 60-something years old. But that being said, it's going to be a great week. Going to be a great show. Football season's kicked off. Really solid. Got a lot to talk about there. Your weekend, how was it? I didn't see you this weekend. I saw you the prior weekend. We had a great time. We saw Big Mustard, a few other characters. So we got a lot to catch up on. What's going on with you, Grant Mills? Anything exciting? You had some happy dads this weekend, I presume.
Yeah, I actually did get a few of those in. Man, just didn't really do anything except watch a lot of football. It was a rainy weekend, so not too much going on, man. Not too much going on. What about you?
Kind of the same. It was actually, I could appreciate a rainy weekend because there was some really good games this weekend. I actually watched both professional and college. College, man, really good scoreboard there. Again, lots to talk about in the football world. We'll catch up on picks later, but Georgia looks beatable. Texas right now looks unstoppable. Alabama's coming up in the world, but there's still a lot of great teams out there, and then there's a lot of sluggish ones, but a lot of good games on Saturday. Any in particular that stuck out to you? Obviously, Bama game. They go to Wisconsin. They finally found themselves, I think.
Oh, we had some good games out there. LSU almost got beat. Probably should have got beat. There's some pretty bogus calls in that game, and let's see, there were some other games that were pretty good. UAB and Arkansas was a good game.
Great game.
I watched so many, man. It's like
they kind of run together. That LSU South Carolina game was really good one. Man, what was it? 2 pick sixes called back.
Yep.
Last one was bullshit, man. In the end zone, you apparently cannot block a quarterback. I thought the block was clean. Didn't see anything wrong with that. I mean, I get protecting quarterbacks, but whatever. Vanderbilt goes down to Georgia State this weekend, and Auburn they were pretty tight with New Mexico for a little bit. Then they made it happen later in there. Oh, and man, what about Toledo smoking Mississippi State? Mississippi State 1-2 to start the season.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, real bad.
That is not good, man.
What's worse than 1-2 is 0-3 Florida State.
Yeah, man, they're really bogus.
Yeah,
they're fucked.
I think that was a lot of leadership from last year, man. When you spend a lot of your time, like the athletic director and Mike Norvell, blaming everything but yourself for not getting into the playoff, not looking at the bigger picture, you come off as whiners. I'm not saying this is someone that doesn't like Florida State. I'm saying if I'm a player and my coach is not coaching me up, he's not getting me ready for Georgia, we go get smashed by Georgia, he's making excuses about substitutes, people transferring, all that. He's looking out for himself, man. I mean, I really think that's what this trickle-down effect. Nobody wants to play for a team like that. I think he's probably has a lot of maturing to do as a coach, and I think that's a big reason why they're not doing too well.
Yeah, definitely. And So I don't know if you heard that. I was fucking. You didn't hear any like big sound thing, did you?
No, what was that? I heard you say Jesus. I didn't know if you were praying though.
No, it's like sometimes if like I open a window and like a video comes up, I can hear it, but like nobody else can.
I didn't hear it. I was hoping you weren't bitching about my commentary.
No, I brought up the fucking. I was bringing
I
up.
would kind of laugh if you did though. Oh God, he's still talking.
The shit came up on it, and yeah, weird. Anyway, sometimes that happens if I'm on ESPN or something, and like they have those fucking ads that come up, and they're like they got a video in them.
Oh
And
God,
they're
yeah.
loud as fucking my headphones, but I don't guess anybody else can hear them.
No, I didn't hear it at all. Just yeah, just me bitching about Mike Norvell, man. I think he's on the chopping block pretty soon. Seat's getting a little hotter. And who's going to go first, Norvell or Napier?
Probably Napier.
Yeah, he's been
Bill's
there
got
so
a
long.
big contract.
Yeah,
And, I don't think Napier is as big as his. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure, man.
yeah. I think they could salvage Norvell. I think, like I said, man, I don't think he's a bad coach. I think he's a. What's my word here? I think he's got to keep his personality in check, man. I think Saban always said it, man. Control what you can, don't worry about what you can't. More people than Saban said that, but he's worrying about too much outside shit, blaming the world and stuff while, everything's crumbling around him. Dude, go out there, do your shit. Coach your team. Show them how it's done. Be the leader. Be the vocal guy. Don't be a whiny bitch.
Did you see Pat McAfee feed Saban some steak?
I did not see it, but I love McAfee. Was that on game day?
Yeah, that shit was funny as hell. He like had a big like tomahawk steak, eating it off the bone, and like he just like fed some to Saban. I don't know, it was pretty funny.
Dude, I think McAfee's like the only one that can actually make Saban laugh. People were saying that, oh man, Saban doesn't like it during that dance video when he was getting down. And Saban was man, I think Saban's just ready to, roll into the segment. I mean, he's waiting for the cue. He's always professional. I don't think he was looking down on Pat. Pat's Pat, man. He does his thing. So it is funny though. I used to say that on the last year when Saban would pop into the Pat McAfee show. Dude, Pat McAfee's like the only one that ever gets him to open up and laugh. Like genuinely laugh. He's laid back a lot more after he's coaching, but man, McAfee, dude, he's funny as hell. I'd like to hang out with him.
I like old Pat. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he's got a little extra boost in his system before the show, if you know what I'm saying.
Could be. You never know these days.
Yeah, that's all right.
Where does he broadcast out of?
I don't know. Is he still in? I don't think he's in West Virginia. Though he went up there. Is he in Pennsylvania maybe or somewhere? Curious.
Sure, he's got that fucking like big gym thing in there too. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool looking. Right now we got some Monday Night Football going on, 15-18 in favor of the Philadelphia Eagles. It's actually not a bad game. Kind of close.
I need to turn that on. I just actually turned the TV off when I was looking at scores to kind of focus for a moment to get on the computer. Now I got to go back and turn it on. But a good weekend, though. And we have a good one coming up. I think we'll talk about that in a minute. Or we can talk about it now. Looking forward to a little road trip.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, man. I'm glad you guys wanted to go. I've been wanting to look at some public land anyways, like some hunting spot, but we've also talked about just land. Dude, who knows? We might see something we like to buy. Could be cheap down there. But also, not a Bama game. I think it's fun to go to these off-the-wall places you've never been to. It could be cool. It could be just a pile of shit, but it's kind of fun. Never know until you try.
Might find something cool. So, yeah, it'll be a fun outing there.
Yeah.
And we're gonna meet Jarvis up there.
He said he would meet us. He said he's only about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours from there. It's about the same, maybe a little longer for us, maybe like 2.5. Yeah, when I pitched that to Jarvis, I was actually surprised. He said, yeah, I told him that we were thinking about doing it and maybe just grabbing lunch, checking out that state park down there, driving around. And he said he's in, yeah.
He sounds a lot like somebody else I know.
Yeah, I only have one voice, I think, so.
Real trap shit.
Hey, y'all, what's you?
What's up, Whis?
What up, Whis? How you doing?
I'm chilling out. My baby going through some things, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
I might have to break up with her. I don't know, yeah. It's pretty bullshit, yeah.
I'm like, oh, man, that's bad. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound good. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, what happened, Whis?
I don't know. I think she's creeping on me, yeah. Some bullshit.
Oh.
I just have a feeling, yeah. She's just acting weird, yeah. Making my life miserable, yeah.
Oh. Let me get a kicker to the curb.
Just acting weird, huh? They all act weird.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I know, y'all know, yeah. I'll beat her ass if I find out, you.
Oh, Whis. Can't be woman beating, okay? Let's not do that. We do not advocate domestic violence here on the show. All right?
Just because that's the only ass you can kick, Whis, doesn't mean you need to.
So, yeah. Man, what a rainy week. I kind of enjoyed the rainy weekend, though. It's good to have those weekends where you just kind of kick back and relax and watch the rain and whatnot. I did have sex with a girl.
On a rainy weekend, man, you were setting the mood.
I know, man. That somehow, happened. She was so nasty. Her favorite snack was boogers and boogers.
I'm nasty, yeah.
Oh God, yes. So,
Man, it makes it even funnier when you just laughed at it.
Man. It's rough
funny.
out there, folks. Rough out there on the dating game. Oh man. So, what's are you you drinking anything tonight, there, Wiggy?
I'm not. I had a couple of local Cahaba Blondes this weekend. I think I had a Happy Dad or two left still from the previous weekend. Oh, tonight just kind of chilling. Probably need a Max welcome in Rosa Maria. But how about yourself? You still got some Happy Dads left?
Oh yeah, I got about a half a case. Man, I started getting a headache after I drank about 5 of those last night, though.
Really? I always liked them. I feel like they didn't give me as much of a headache.
It might have been other factors, but I don't know if it was them per se, but you never know.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it's still alcohol. I felt like they do pretty well. But no, nothing tonight. What was I going to say? I had a route to go down, but I didn't. So we did talk about those in the group chat, though. Which one do you have a favorite Happy Dad? Like fruit punch, you said, or watermelon?
Yeah, I like fruit punch or watermelon's good. Wild cherry.
Yeah, I think all those three are tops. Kind of the more traditional fruity flavors. Pineapple I could do without. We did try the grape a couple of days ago. It's like Death Row Records, it says on there. Have you seen those?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's really strange. It says it on the like Death Row on there. Grape. I don't know why. I don't know the relation. Maybe I'm missing something, but it just sells grape individually. It doesn't sell it in the variety pack. And tried one of those. It was okay. Not my favorite. We need to make a list, but I think fruit punch, watermelon, it would probably be my top two for sure.
Oh, yeah. James Earl Jones died this past weekend. Was it this past weekend or last week?
I think it was last week.
Yeah, I think last week. Man.
Yeah.
I heard it. He was like fucking 90 something. I mean, this is a tragedy. James Earl Jones died. Like, dude was fucking 90 something. I mean, like, come on, man. Yeah, it's sad, but he was fucking old. I mean, what do you expect, dude?
Hey, man, we should all be so lucky to live that long. What a great career, too. To have such a career, an iconic voice, legend, not only a voice legend, legend of the screen. Man, dude, look how many genres he went across and how successful. The Sandlot, Star Wars, The Lion King. Dude, he's been like in everything. So, I mean, a cartoon, an outer space movie, a 90s classic. Dude, that's what a fucking career. God rest his soul.
Yeah, countless voiceovers and appearances in different shows and whatnot. So, yeah, that's somebody else died over the weekend too.
Probably a lot of people.
I saw somebody else like really famous. I fucking know. I don't know. Somebody else. So yeah, I know we were off last week, and
well, you know what? Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid. That was the week before, I think. Did we get a chance to give him a shout out before we were off last week?
I don't think so.
Man, one of my favorite wrestlers, dude. I absolutely love Psycho Sid. Did you like him?
I didn't know. I think he was kind of old school. I don't know that much about him.
Sid Justice, Sid Udy. I think one of the things that I liked about him, and I didn't understand it then, but I do now, is I absolutely loved him when he came back to the WWF as Shawn Michaels' bodyguard, and then he just started power bombing the fuck out of people everywhere. Psycho Sid, he truly embraced that psycho. And then you find out years later, he didn't really stick around long as a champion. You didn't see a lot of him. And then he'd take like the off season or have his own off season to go play softball. He loved softball. That was his thing. This big 6'9" monster, really loved to play softball. And they would probably give up hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars over the years just to make, have his downtime and enjoy it. So, you know what? He lived on his terms. I can respect that.
Sid Vicious. So what's he? He was a WWF.
WWF, Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious, Sid Udy was his real name. And he was WWF, WCW, also notorious for, he had his leg, you know how the Tyrone Prothro leg snap, same thing happened to him when he was coming off the top rope in WCW. Pretty nasty video, watching his leg snap. He did ECW as well, too.
Damn. All right. Rest in peace, Sid Vicious and James Earl Jones. So, yeah, quite the, I guess, celebrity death. It usually goes in threes, right? So I'm missing somebody. Somebody else significant did die, but I just can't remember who it was. It'll probably come back to me after if the show's over. So, what else? Oh man. So you've been getting on any NCAA 25?
I played a little bit earlier. Been back on the road to glory. Played a little bit of that. It's been pretty fun. Phil Donahue was the other one I think that died. That was in August though. Sorry, I was looking. I've been playing NCAA 25. Have not played online yet. We need to try that out. But I have done some Dynasty, done some Road to Glory. A couple of updates have happened. I think I'm beginning to give the game a chance and like it a little more. How about yourself?
I ain't played it at all. I need to get on there, man. I'm watching some fucking streamer, man. He gets on there and he like trolls people with like an 8-year-old voice, but like he's really like I think he's in his 20s or 30s, and he's a badass at the game though. He gets on there, he's got like 25 kills, and like everybody else got like 1 kill. So anyway, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of those. Like I need to get off the fucking YouTube Shorts, man. It's just eating up my time.
Yeah, it's an easy rabbit hole to go down, man.
That's what I do when I go to work now, man. I just go like in the store for a minute. I come back into my car and watch videos. And I burn time. I don't care. That motherfucker pissing me off. So I just fucking chill. Yeah. Quiet quitting, folks, man. That's always been around. How the fuck they always rename something every fucking couple of decades. I used to be called not giving a fuck. Like,
that's exactly what it is.
All this rebranding that goes on every so often. So
the next generation wants to act like they discovered something unique to them when it's been around the whole time. So they just call it something different and act like it's some unique thing that their generation and their people are the only ones doing. No, I'm with you. I've done it before. A couple of jobs actually, where once you kind of hit the end of your rope and I think there's a, you know, there's a time in kind of a comfort zone where if you can get away with just fucking around, you can collect your check, do the bare minimum. Yeah, I think everybody's done that before.
Well, here's the thing. There's nothing out there that's like easy. Like, there's nothing else out there that I wouldn't have to be. I don't know what else is out there that would be fucking cool to do. I mean, that's so, or else I'd probably pursue that. But I've been looking. There's just nothing really out there until they start getting really stupid at this place. Then, it'll be different. But working a remote / field job, it's like, you don't have to see stupid ass like bosses every day make your life hell. So nobody really fucks with me. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of boring. It's like you said, you kind of maxed out, and it's just like, I ain't really nothing else I can do. But at the same time, I've looked, there's really nothing else out there right now that really interests me. So
it's frustrating. It's
you're
frustrating.
caught in kind of like a weird place, I mean, if you're gonna quit, then what you just quit and do what? And like nothing. You still need to be making money, type shit, and it's not bad. It's just you know how it is when you fucking maxed out a job, you fucking done everything, but at the same time, there's not like you don't have a passion you could go make money out of right now, exactly, or have any other kind of leads going on. So you're just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, there's a couple of things I'm trying on the side as well. But I mean, the problem that I have is I just have such limited time right now. I mean, my normal job takes up so much of it. And, I'm not in a place where I can just, say fuck off. I do what I do at the time. I do exactly what they ask of me, nothing more. I mean, and that's it. And I do it. Man, I hate saying I do it to the best of my ability. I don't. I do what they ask for. I try to make the people happy, and that's what it is. But yeah, I try to work on personal projects too. It'd be great if something kicks off, man. But dude, sometimes I just feel like the boat on a lot of the things I want to do is just I've missed. You ever feel like that? I feel like people discovered it, and now I'm like, I would have to do so much to be where I need to be.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't have really interest in anything that's like, some people are like, love going out and doing certain things that could like lead to something else. But man, I don't know. I think there's a lot more people that got me beat on eating pizza or, shit like that. Like I can't go out and be champion pizza eater, even though I like doing that. That's cool. But like, man, fool's already been in the game for pizza for a long time. They're eating the fuck out of it. They're spinning dough, and like there's competitions. So, like,
let's try a pizza truck.
Man, I do like pizza though. Shit, motherfucking good. But yeah, I don't know, man. It might come, man. It might not. We'll see. You know how that goes sometimes, man. What did you guys? I know you still do the working out thing though, like 4 times a week, right?
Yeah, I always. I don't know why I said that. Like, yeah, always on it. Trying to pick my running up, man. I got to get on Big Mustard's level of running. That son of a gun, man. He is a fast runner. But lift the weights. I try to get on my grind on that. Trying to, man. It's just, again, it's one of those things for me. In a career job, you have certain benefits that help your family and things like that. Insurance being the number one. If you go out on your own, I think I could successfully, but then, man, insurance is so fucking expensive. I'd be taking such a huge hit on having to buy insurance out of pocket. So,
You ever watch Kill Tony?
I don't actually. Tell me about it.
You know who Tony Hinchcliffe is, right?
Yeah, I know who Tony Hinchcliffe is.
So he's got this thing called Kill Tony. It's kind of like they have one in Madison Square Garden, and then it started out at like a little club somewhere, and like I don't know, it's like they'll pull random people from the crowd come up there and do like a minute of comedy or something, and then they'll have like well-known people and stuff. I don't know, kind of like a amalgamation of a lot of stuff. It's kind of cool. It's kind of man, watching some of those fools come up and try to be funny, man.
Ooh.
It's brutal. and but it's kind of funny too. So I don't know. I never really watched. I see the clips and shit sometimes, but I never. I
I need to
haven't really
watch that, man.
watched it. It's kind of funny.
I've seen people try to do comedy. I can't remember. I don't think it was Joe Rogan, but maybe it was one of his earlier ones where he invited somebody up and they just come up there and they start just bombing terribly and people are booing them. And then they try to get even more aggressive with it and they just keep booing more. I mean, dude, people don't know how hard comedy is. I don't know how hard it is. I know it looks hard and I know trying to be funny as a comedian is probably one of the toughest things to do in show business.
Yeah, it seems like it would be pretty brutal. I mean, you'll get out there and develop something, but you got to eat shit for a while. And I don't know. It seems like a hard path nowadays. Anyway, I guess it would be the whole time, but now especially with the internet and everything, I don't know. It's just so you got to do a lot. You got to have all kind of avenues. You got to have a podcast. You got to go out and because so many avenues nowadays. So.
Yeah,
But yeah, show's pretty funny. Check it out. It's not a bad view. The Darkside series has another. You ever see that show Black Swan? No, The Swan.
I haven't. I've heard of it though.
I said I had all these ugly broads, and they took them in and like let them get plastic surgery, and then like you could see like it's supposed to improve them and everything. It was kind of a shit show, man. But like had a expose on that or whatever on Vice was pretty good. It's supposed to be doing a new series, but I haven't seen any of the new ones. It's supposed to come out since that one. So
that sounds like the Extreme Makeover that they used to do. Do you remember when they would do that?
It's
that show was really good.
Yeah. So, but they had to do all these surgeries in close proximity. It's like dangerous as fuck. And some of these women, I mean, they came out looking better, man, but not that much better. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of one or two ways. One, some of them, man, you just proved you can't polish a turd. It was like, oh, sorry. So that's still not good. But then some of them, man, were pretty life altering. So I don't know. I need to go back and watch some of those old ones. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how you can do that in makeup on some girls, man. Like I knew a girl without makeup, she was like a 6, man. But with makeup, she was like an 8 to a 9. And I was like, God damn, that's pretty dramatic.
Oh, and I think nowadays, I mean, I've been out of the dating game forever, but I think nowadays with all the tutorials that they have, I mean, I could totally imagine like, 4s and 5s dolling up enough if they do all the contouring and buy all the products and really, hair extensions, eyelash extensions, all that shit. I could see them dolling up to like, 7s and stuff, man. Easy.
Yeah, I don't know. This girl was like, she had a great body and everything already. She was really small and shit, and sure, but like she was hot, like, and it didn't even look like she used a lot of makeup when she did. But without makeup, she wasn't ugly. It was just she wasn't anywhere like at all. I mean, she was like I said, a 6 to an 8's pretty big gap. But damn, with the makeup, man, she knew how to do it right or something. It didn't look crazy, but at the same time, without it, she was, I guess it wasn't too bad, but man, that's just crazy how that works. Some fucking women dress up like a clown. We can't really do anything, man. I mean, like, what we gonna do?
Yeah, limited options, man. You gotta work with a hand that's still. I think for me, man. I mean, I think the working out helps a little bit, but even then, man, I see some ridiculously decent looking guys that don't work out at all, and then you see some guys that work out like a motherfucker and look like shit. Still, you're just kind of, as a man, you're kind of stuck, man.
Yeah, true. You have to go through the hard way. Like, you gotta actually work. That takes like fucking time, working out and then doing all that shit. So, yeah. Whereas just throwing some makeup. Well, I guess if you're a fat bitch, then you gotta work out too. But let's just say like everything else but your face, unless it's really bad, then you know what I mean. It's kind of, I don't know. I guess there's like a fine line,
Yeah, you just gotta throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. Speaking of throwing shit, what a good pass. That was not shit. ATL trying to make a last minute comeback in this motherfucker.
Hey, damn, we're already in the fourth quarter with like a minute to go.
Yeah, Philadelphia went down there and fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah, they should have had a TD. They did not have a TD. They got a field goal, though. So up. Oh. Man, football's been good this year. Like, to start the season off, honestly, you usually have a couple of cupcake games. And I've actually gotten to a little more professional the past couple of years. We've done pick'ems on the show. I've joined the fantasy league through my wife's work. So it's kind of made it much more fun to watch pro ball. I picked a team, the Steelers. I haven't done much with that. I have watched them a lot more. If I've done a little bit of try to tune in, see what they're all about. But man, college this year too has been really good. You've seen some upsets already. It's
that's definitely been a good season so far. I can't believe already like fucking what is this, week 4?
Yeah, this will be week 4. It's crazy, man. After that first game happens, it's I think it's just because of the series. Well, they start off kind of with 2 jabroni games. Most teams, at least SEC, some of them will start off with a heavy hitter, but they kind of play 2 cupcakes. And you're kind of like, we'll get together, hang out, watch. Me and a buddy watched the first one, Western Kentucky. We had the guys together for South Florida. Then we moved into, Wisconsin, who's, a solid team. They've been good in the past. Not a pushover by any means. And now, we haven't even hit SEC play yet. But then you're like, damn, there's already 3 games on our belt. This week, Bama's got a bye week. Then they're in Georgia, man, but that's technically week 5. And then when you look at 6 and 7, you're halfway through the damn season.
Yeah.
Goes by fast.
So fast, man.
Yeah, I wish this damn summer would have gone by as fast as football season's already going by. It's been hot as shit.
Yeah, no, it seems to just creep by with that hotness, man. I fucking hate that shit. Man, stop.
Oh, and look at ATL.
Did they get it? Monday night, folks. I think they're doing a simulcast with Peyton and Ailey.
Is that the one you're watching, the simulcast?
No, but I think it's on. I fucking forgot to change it, man. Anyway, let's get into some fucking news for the evening. Hey now, all right, what's going on out there? In that wonderful world of video games and also weird shit. Well, world's oldest living person honored on Respect for the Age Day. Oh man, the world's oldest is actually Jessica Inman. Usually it's Ben Hooper. I wonder what happened to him. The world's oldest person is 116-year-old Tomiko Ituka. Oh, the oldest person alive was honored on Japan's Respect for the Aged Day. Tomiko Ituka, now 116 years old, has become the world's eldest living resident after Maria Branyas Morera died. Morera had been 117 years old. Ituka outlived her husband, who died in 1979. Her son, Hiroshi Kai, said his mother liked spending time on her own, climbing mountains. She didn't slow down. After turning 80, completing a Buddhist pilgrimage and includes visits to 33 temples. She didn't use a walking cane when visiting a shrine after her 100th birthday. Well, you can see there's a video of this if you hit up X or YouTube. Guinness World Records. So they have a little picture of her. She's all fucked up, looking like they always are at 100-something years old. She doesn't even look like she's alive. And then it looks like, I guess, her son or somebody with the certificate there. So yeah, good shit. Man, that's too damn old, man.
That's getting it, man. I was looking up the countries. Those Japanese tend to... Are they the... No, it's Guadalupe, Barbados, Martinique, and then Japan. So a bunch of small islands in the Caribbean have the most centenarians Those really don't count. Japan is the largest of the countries we know. I know the United States ain't on that top 10 list, man. We're too big. 100, man. That's an old ass person.
Yeah, man. That's old as fuck. Like, I don't know. 2 a.m. old. I mean, you're not doing anything, sitting around waiting to die after like a certain point. Like, you can't do anything. I saw one lady, man, like her eyes had dried up. She didn't have any eyes. She had no fucking eyeballs. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, your body's just telling you, fucking die already.
She's all dried up and shit, all craggly. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, sheesh.
Craggly, goddamn.
Man, I don't even want to be here that long, man. Let me go, and I'm still can wipe my ass. And we're good, man. I'm not trying to go to the home at all.
There's typically a hard stop, and it's funny, not ha funny, like amusing funny. It's funny to watch this because, like, people in their 70s, I know a couple right now, grandparents on both sides and whatnot, but they luckily they still look and talk good. You could probably mistake them for early 60s. They look fantastic. They move. When you get to your 80s, you're kind of in that defining, okay, you old now. But I still have seen some 80-year-olds that, they look like early 70s, maybe late 60s that have moved pretty well. Man, once you hit that 90, though, man, I mean, you were... And that's also, I'm talking silver lining, dude. I've seen people in there... you look at Bear Bryant. I thought, as a kid, man, that dude looks old as shit. My parents had a picture of him up like any good Alabama fan in the living room, in the den where
right by Jesus.
Yeah, right by Jesus, man. Right where Jughead watched all the Bama games, man. And I thought Bear Bryant, man, was probably in his late 70s, early 80s, dude. He was like 68. Like, my God, when he died. But I mean, he smoked and drank a lot, obviously. But yeah, but imagine, looking that bad and then still living another 32 years.
Yeah, fuck that. It seems like women do that. Like, they'll just stay around and, like, man, just... Like, we had one lady up here on my floor. She's 90-something, still living alone. And, like, man, she was all fucked up looking, couldn't hear anything. And, oh, man, fuck that, dude. That would suck. What do you do all day? You just sit around waiting to fucking die? I don't think so, man. Let me go. Come on, take me, man. I'm good. I ain't nothing fucking here to do. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so.
That's yeah, my grandma was like that. My dad's mom, and she was old, and she would always just say she was pretty much there. She was like, "Oh, I'm just waiting to die," and would laugh about it. But I mean, dude, she didn't have anything to do. And I felt bad.
Like, Grandma, get on this Xbox or some shit. Get on Call of Duty or something.
I should have made her get down. Man, she actually started watching like the Bourne Supremacy and all those kind of movies, like Jason Bourne and shit. Pretty funny. She was trying to get into all that kind of shit. I mean, you got to start getting into something, man. Maybe when I'm old as hell, if I am old as hell one day, maybe I'll get into like 1920s silent movies or some bullshit.
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's fucking crazy to think about, I guess. But people are living longer nowadays, and like it didn't look like we really did back in the day. Like some of those people, when you're back in the 70s, they were 40. They look like they're about fucking 60. But
oh yeah, man. You look at the Golden Girls. I saw somebody post that, and I don't know how true it was, but I know like Blanche, she's supposed to be like the hoe on the show. And, I thought as a kid, man, oh man, she's like an old 65-year-old woman. I think she was like 50 at the time they started or something like that. I'm like, man, doesn't like any 50-year-olds now. They look like, 30, late 30s.
Yeah, I definitely have some technology utilization within the makeup, and not only that, all kind of shooting botulism in your face, which I think is fucking stupid, but man, just everything, man. The fucking...
They do, but I think they also embraced it back then. Like, I think, when you became a dad, you embraced that role, and you had that weird expectation, like, oh, I'm a dad now, so, give me my slippers, and I go to work, and I sit here and smoke a pipe and shit. And then I think, like, when you're a grandparent, the women back then had to do that poodle-ass haircut or whatever it was, where they just kind of fluff it out. I don't know. I think they like wanted to embrace being older looking. I don't know why the fuck anybody would do that, but That's what they did back in the day, man. Even my dad, man. My dad, has aged relatively well. He's, he hit the big 6-0 last year. Yeah, he's 61 now. And I think if he actually, cleaned up and didn't have a dirty shirt on and his hat, then he could probably still pull late 40s if he, was really trying to try. He's aged pretty well. But if you look at his pictures when he was in his 20s, motherfucker looks like 52.
That's funny.
Oh, Jug.
Oh, Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut.
He's so crazy, yeah.
Man, you and the old battle axe ever get in the charcuterie?
You know what? For a little while, she did. She did for a little bit. I think it was kind of popular. I think it still is, but for a while, it was hitting everywhere on social media. But yes, she did.
Man, we got a Texas huge ass charcuterie board. Covers 1,032 pounds of snacks. This one's by Ben Hooper. He's back. Ooh. So the world's largest charcuterie board with more than 1,032 pounds of cured meat and cheeses. You can check out the video on I guess that was Facebook. Central Market in Austin, Texas broke a Guinness World Record by assembling a charcuterie board topped with over 1,000 pounds of meat, cheese, and other qualifying ingredient. The world's largest charcuterie board was assembled to celebrate Central Market's 30th anniversary. The previous record was set by Florida snack delivery service Bordery, which was topped with 769 pounds of qualifying ingredients. Quote, it was all cheesemongers on deck at the original Central Market on North Lamar in Austin as we cut, slice, and arranged a cheese and charcuterie board of epic proportions. End quote. The Central Market said on Facebook. Huh.
I'm a cheesemonger, yeah.
I knew it.
You are a cheesemonger. It looks fucking crazy. I never really got into the charcuterie game. I guess some people like that. It looks all right. I'd probably eat it, but I feel like a lot of people like to get into that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, but, whatever.
Yeah, they make it look fancier than it really is. I mean, man, it's a big adult fucking Lunchable. It's crackers, some cheese, and meat.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks pretty good, though. Shit, I mean...
Yeah. We busted out some for ball games a few times here and there. Usually, I just buy the pre-bought plastic store one that has the cheese cubes, some meat slices and some crackers on it already made, and save you a little time. It doesn't look as fancy, but, women want it to look fancy and shit. Guys don't give a fuck, man. It's the same. It's going to taste the same.
Yeah. True that, my friend. Let's see what we got. We got some little video game news before we close out of the news. Like, remember Tony Hawk and those skateboarding games, man? I think it's been a while since we've seen one of those, right?
Yeah. Great game.
I remember playing the fuck out of 2X on the Xbox, man.
Yeah.
We fucking used to love that, man. They had cool music on that game, too, man. Some of the punk stuff and... I don't know. It's just a fun-ass game. Well, it looks like Tony Hawk confirms he and Activision are working on something. Quote, working on something. He also said that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater fans will truly appreciate whatever's coming. This one's by Zach Zwayne. Okay, it's been about 4 years since the last Tony Hawk's Pro Skater launched. Since then, Activision has closed up the studio behind Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and seemed uninterested in making more. But legendary skateboarder Tony Hawk himself has confirmed he's working with the publisher again on something that THPS fans will appreciate. That's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Fans will appreciate. So that's cool. The last Tony Hawk game was 2020's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which was a well-received remake of the first two games in the series. A lot of people were excited about a potential follow-up that would make Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. However, that never happened, though Hawk said it was planned at one point. Activision reported it was more interested in Call of Duty and skateboarding, but as the 25th anniversary of Pro Skater grows near, Hawk confirms something related to Tony Hawk Pro Skater is coming. During an interview with the Mythical Kitchen, Tony Hawk was asked about the future of the franchise. He said something was in the works but could not share any details. Quote, I wish I could tell you more, said Hawk, but I can tell you I've been talking to Activision again, which is insanely exciting. We're working on something. This is the first time I said that publicly, end quote. When asked if the project would involve contact lenses, so let you play Pro Skater, Hawk confirmed it will not be that, or it won't be that, he said. So at least we know it won't be some VR bullshit. But I think it will be something fans truly appreciate, said Hawk. Does that mean someone at Activision finally realized that canceling Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 was silly? Maybe. Or perhaps Tony Hawk's Underground is due for a remake, or maybe something totally brand new. We'll see. Unrelated to the future of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, the famous skateboarder shared a story of his mom walking up to him in Las Vegas and and proclaiming, "Hey, my son thinks you're named after the video game." Tony Hawk simply replied, "That works for me." All right. Well, so basically, it looks like I'm stoked, man. I'd like to see a new Tony Hawk. I'd buy it.
I would too. That was a really fun game, a series of games, and it was kind of one of those early sandbox games you could just kind of play and explore and skateboard, chill, pretty laid back. You didn't really have I don't know. I always liked that. Really, was it the only game after like Skate or Die that was skateboarding based?
I think you had TNC surf designs. I don't know. I think I had skating on that.
Gotcha.
720, but that might have been before. What you call it? You had like arcade games, like that Sega Top Skater.
Fair enough.
But so there's a few, but I don't think it was oversaturated as far as skating games go. But there were things out there, my friend.
Good call.
So it's I haven't seen anything lately though, so it looks like that will be cool to have something different in the mix. You see a lot of these shooters and football games. That's pretty much all I see, and then some of the RPGs. But I don't see too much else, man. Bunch of Mario remakes that they do. Seems like every year, but as far as anything past that, man, not a lot of originality coming out. So, I guess it's hard to think of something new these days when it comes to video games. Same thing as movies. They, we've talked about they remake every damn thing. And so, because I don't think they can think of anything else.
Yeah, they recycle a lot of ideas, and some movies are the same as others, just different actors, different scenes, different bullshit. But yeah, I guess that would be the same with games. I've actually been on a retro kick watching, I think it's John Riggs. You ever watch his YouTube? Kind of an older, bigger dude, kind of an 80s kind of guy.
John Riggs, they do playthroughs or something?
Yeah, well, he does a lot of NES. He'll do the games, like all the games that were released 1987 for the NES, and he'll go through them, and he'll review top 5 NES games, top 5. I say top 5-star NES games that were given by like most magazines, and same with the SNES, NES. He does a little bit of Genesis, but he's pretty cool, man. But he's got me on kind of a vintage kick. I know we always talk about it, and we do your lovely vintage video game review every week as well. But I don't know. I've kind of wanted to get back into a throwback, and I've wanted to buy one of the retro consoles that have like 5,000 games on there to go back and explore the NES a little more. It's kind of funny how that works, man. You get to the generation where you have games that are so detailed, so 4K design, you can play online and you can download new content. And then sometimes you just want to go back and play an 8-bit pile of shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely when I get the old school vibes going on sometimes, man. Because I've never really gotten to Call of Duty. I think maybe I would have if I'd have got online and stuff, but I don't know, man. It seems like you have to like get on there and spend a bunch of time trying to get good, and then I saw they had the Call of Duty like World Series. You see that?
I didn't. Like
fucking Nerdo won $50,000 or some shit.
Damn, Jesus.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. He was on there for like hours though, man. You're like playing 20-something hours straight, dude. Fuck that, man. I'd be fucking dying.
People have done that at those internet cafes across the countries and stuff, and the gaming lodges or wherever the fuck they go and hang out at. Do they even have those kind of places anymore? I guess everybody has consoles at their house now and wireless internet, Wi-Fi, stuff like that. So it's probably not as exciting. But remember when that was all the rage, the local area network, the LAN parties, shit like that. Got dudes getting together and playing for like 20 hours straight and shit.
Yeah. I've done not really LAN parties, but kind of back in the day games. It was fun, but man, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not against it though, man. I honestly, if you had a spot or a cool place that was big enough, everybody kind of had their own little room, set up their own nook, and own TV, own console, whatever, and had the boys playing and some pizza and some beer, dude. That actually be pretty fucking sweet.
Hell yeah, I was getting down.
Put it to you.
And now we're down.
I mean, that sounds like some dumb shit, y'all. I get no poo.
It'll be fun, man. We don't care anymore, man. We're old.
Oh, yeah. I'll be thinking about baby dog time. I miss her already.
Oh, God. I knew it.
It's you. I knew you're gay.
Hey!
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but.
Yeah, okay, you motherfucker.
Oh, God. Man. Let's go ahead and take a short break here, folks, and then we'll have a vintage gaming review on deck for you as we do on these Monday nights. Man, who won the game? Was it, let's see, the Eagles?
Pulled it off.
Oh, son of a bee. ATL, y'all.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Can't either, man. That was a good game. Good ending.
A good deal, folks. So go ahead and maybe use the bathroom, freshen up, get some snacks, popcorn, billion, and maybe some drinks, and meet us back here in about, I don't know, a few minutes or so. We will see you back here momentarily, folks. Hey now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. What up? I grabbed me a Happy Dad, and I'm sipping on one right now. What did you guys have for dinner over there, Jay Wig? Did you cook, or did the old lady cook tonight?
No, we were on different schedules. She was home later, so I don't know what she had. But I actually made an interesting kind of a breakfast sandwich. I had 2 eggs on it, whole wheat toast, Dave's Killer Bread, toasted it, 2 slices of organic cheese, cheddar. I know Jarvis would be proud. 2 eggs and some salami on it. So, and then a protein drink, a Fairlife 30-gram of protein drink. That was it tonight. Try to keep it simple.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds tasty.
I like a little egg sandwich every now and then. What about yourself?
Tonight I had some ground beef tacos for dinner number 1. Dinner number 2, I might do some steak nachos, or I don't know yet, chicken breast, or I also have some Chinese dumplings in there I could fix. Soup dumplings, man, those are pretty good. You should try those out. Y'all have one of those steamers?
I think we do.
Actually, you don't even need that. What you can do is go order them online, or the soup dumplings. I will tell you, I'm trying to stay away from pork, but actually, the pork ones are the best. Like, they got the beef ones; they're not bad, but the pork ones are like those are the ones, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like the best ones. They got chicken ones too, but I don't know, they're just not the same, man. Pork ones are good, man. You put some sriracha sauce on there. Maybe a little bit of. I try not to get it too salty, man, because some of that stuff is salty as fuck. But I got a little bit of that. I forgot what the name of that fucking sauce was. LD. I shared it on the chat that time. I forgot the name of it. It's kind of like a soy sauce, kind of. Tastes like that. I put a little bit of that and some hot sauce in there. Oh man, that shit is good, man. Got that hot soup on the inside, man. It's good. I think you'd like it, actually. I think that'd be a good, like, post-workout snack for you, man. You could probably slam a bunch of those after your workout.
I can get down, man. I saw something not quite similar, but kind of the same delivery, like the pizza roll, like protein pizza roll snacks, man. Those were they look pretty bomb. I don't know if I sent you that recipe or not. I know we traded a few.
Oh yeah, I think you did send me the video, but
God, man, they look good, but it looks like one of those things that would be so time consuming to make for like a party, and then you come over and in like 10 seconds, like every motherfucker's gone. It's like, damn.
Yeah, those dumplings. I go to it's called Mila. If you go, you can buy them by the bag, like 40 or 50 in a bag. Soup dumplings, man. If you don't have a steamer, you can just boil them until they start floating, and then just put them in a bowl, man, and it's good shit. The best thing to do, the best way is to steam them. But my steamer, dude, I have a steamer. I fucking forgot to take it apart and let it dry out. It's all moldy, so I gotta throw it out. So I just been boiling them, and actually they do all right. Only thing is sometimes if you leave them too long, it'll break the skin on them. But kind of gotta get that down to a science, I guess.
You had a creep on some of those, man. We had a pretty decent little spread when Mustard was over here 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I remember some wings and
a little bit of steak. And
some steak, I think. Yeah,
some steak, wings. What else do we throw on there? Some burger patties, maybe? Was it? No, hot dogs. We had some hot dogs on there.
Oh yeah, you did have some hot dogs. Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of picked at the meat. Nothing. Man, he brought it. That was awesome. It was very welcome. I didn't know he was bringing it, and I would have had some accoutrements if we needed it. But it seemed like it worked out because we had pizza, food. Man, it's crazy when you watch football and you drink all day how hungry you get and how much stuff you can tear in. I kind of underplanned a little bit, and he came through on that one, so that was cool. Shout out Big Mustard.
Big Moose started in the house for sure every day. Oh. Yeah, that was cool. Whoops. Yeah, so man, good times, food. I've been getting down on the spaghetti bakes lately. I did another one the other night, man. It was a lot better.
How was that?
So the difference on this one was I put some spaghetti mix instead of just Italian seasoning. Last time I forgot, so this time I added in some. We did I'll go ahead and just run down the recipe. So I got some. You got to get a jar of Rayo sauce. Got some ground beef, some noodles, put some Boursin cheese. You'll find that in like I guess the deli part. I don't know. It's like a garlic and chives. I don't know what they usually use it for. I think it's maybe for like dip or something. But I got some sour cream and mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese and spaghetti mix to go with the sauce instead, and onions and peppers. So this time I added the onions and peppers, which I didn't have last time. Maybe I'll put celery in there next time too. Onions and peppers with the mix, and then put the sauce in. Let that chill. It's almost like making a lasagna, man. It's like a spaghetti lasagna, yeah. And it's like layers, like you get done with cooking everything, right? And you got your baking pan, so you just put the noodles in the bottom of it after you cooked them. I put a little bit of like sauce in the bottom to make it lubricate it a little bit. You can do cooking spray if you want to, but I just don't like using cooking spray. Or maybe you could put some olive oil down there if you want to, kind of just slicking it up for the noodles. And you put your noodles down, and then I do the cream sauce, which is the Boursin cheese and mixed up with the sour cream and some Parmesan cheese I put in there as well, and some cracked pepper. And whip that up, and then you put that down on top of the noodles, the cream. For the cream, like the sauce, I guess. You can use an Alfredo if you want to be lazy about it. You can make it a lot faster. Just buy a jar of Alfredo sauce if you want to, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be a little bit fancy, so I put down that cream sauce. And then you get your tomato sauce that you've been cooked with the ground beef, onions, peppers, and spaghetti mix, and the sauce, and put that over the cream. And then, and I do about one pound of ground beef, and then like a whole jar of Rayos, like the whole jar. And so then put that on top of there, and then right there on top of that, you put your cheese. You can do strictly mozzarella, strictly cheddar, or do both. I did both. And then top it off with a little parsley or Italian seasoning, and then put that joker in the oven at 350 for about 15 to 30 minutes, or just check on it until the cheese gets a little brown and bubbly. Oh man, dude, it's just some good stuff.
Sounds good as fuck, man. I love some lasagna. Any really Italian food, I'm pretty down with.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it reminds me a lot of like a lasagna kind of thing. Because one day, like ricotta in the lasagna. Is that the white cheese they use?
Yeah, the kind of the creamy white cheese.
Yeah.
Ricotta, or how do the Italians say it?
Ricotta, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, it's ricotta, I think, is white people say, and that's what it's called. But I think when
okay, I got you.
You hear the Italians talk, they're like ricotta.
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
All right, so, well, let's see what we got for a video game. This is definitely a vintage title. Let's get into it. So for this iteration of the video game review tonight, we have Xevious. This is an arcade game. I actually had this for the NES back in the day. It's been ported for almost every system here. Xevious, that's Xevious, is a vertically scrolling shooter arcade game developed and published by Namco in 1982. It was released in Japan by Namco and in North America by Atari Incorporated. Controlling the Samalu starship, the player attacks Xevious forces before they destroy all of mankind. Asalabalu has 2 weapons at its disposal: a zapper to destroy flying craft and a blaster to bomb ground installations and enemies. It runs on the Namco Galaga arcade system. This game was designed by Masanobu Endo and a small team created to rival the success of Scramble. It was originally themed around the Vietnam War and titled Cheyenne. Endo wanted the game to have a detailed, integral storyline and a comprehensive world and to be welcoming for new players. Several enemies and characters were made to pay homage to other popular science fiction works, including Star Wars, UFO, Alien, and Battlestar Galactica. Xevious was praised for its detailed graphics, challenge, and originality. It became an unprecedented success for Namco in Japan, with record-breaking sales figures, making it the biggest game since Space Invaders. The North American release paled in comparison, despite selling 5,295 arcade units by the end of 1983. It has been listed as among the greatest video games of all time and one of the most influential games in the shoot-'em-up genre, establishing a template for vertically scrolling shooters and inspiring games such as Twin B and Array Force. It was ported to home systems, followed by several sequels and spin-offs, and included many Namco compilations. Yeah, I had this for the NES. It was ported it was an arcade game originally, and ported to Apple II, Atari 7800, Atari ST, NES, Famicom, Disk System, Commodore 64, Amstrad CPC, X68000, ZX Spectrum, mobile phone, Game Boy Advance, and Xbox 360. Old school game for real. Have you ever played this one, Jay Wiggy?
No, I actually looked up the screen caps of it. I do not recognize it. So you played this one? You played it recently, I imagine. You typically do your reviews. What do you like about it?
It's a cool game. Nothing out of the ordinary. So like I said, the Galaga runs on the Galaga engine, but it's pretty much customary. It's pretty fun. Like I said, it's pretty comparable with the other kind of shooters like this of its time. Yeah, I think it's a good play for a retro, if you want to get back there and get that retro feel. Especially if you had it before and you want to just, reminisce a little bit. It's definitely worth the play. I'll give it a 2.5. It's not bad. So scrolling shooter, single player, and multiplayer modes. Go check that out if you want to. You can get a port. Y'all know how to do that. I've done it before, so I did it this time. I'm not sure. It's not on the. They don't have any. It's not on the Switch or anything. So you're gonna have to get a port for it, go online like I did, and do it the nerdo way.
Man, one thing I loved about the retro games is they kind of went two ways with the names, especially in the early NES games. Like one, whatever the game title was is what it was. Baseball, NES tennis, that's what it was. Man, Xevious, dude, if you told somebody I would have no idea what the fuck that game was. It's kind of funny, like Gradius, kind of a similar game. It does not tell me anything about it. As you get later on in games, Tomb Raider, kind of deduce what you're doing in that game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, kind of deduce. But back in the day, man, they came up with some hard ass words, and box art was big. And sometimes that box art did not tell the whole story or any of the story. Sometimes you just had to go in there. You didn't have a YouTube to review on. You kind of had to go with a name, your friend's recommendation, or the box art. And especially if it had some shit on the back that kind of told you. But man, sometimes that should be misleading you on the box art.
Yeah, sometimes the box art was way too cool and the game freaking sucked.
Yeah.
I definitely got bamboozled about that back in the day with a few games. But,
tons of times.
Yeah, that's how they get you. But nowadays, these kids can go on and look at the damn game and rent it online and watch videos about it to see if they even like it.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's kind of funny. You can download a demo and less than 30 minutes usually, probably quicker than that. Check out a video, see what it looks like. Yeah, back then, man, if you rented a game and it just ended up sucking, you were stuck with it for the weekend.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah.
Unless you were able to get a couple of games, man. But yeah, buddy. What?
Ooh,
Second Monday again.
Yeah, back at it. Back at the grind. You got a grinding week ahead of you.
I got to go to Boaz. It's Boaz, Gunnersville, Fort Payne, Scottsboro.
Yeah, you like that area up there? You going to stop by the unclaimed baggage place?
I didn't even know it was up there.
Yeah, Scottsboro.
No, probably not.
Okay. Could be a cool pit stop.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I get up early enough. I usually get up late, man. I'm fucking out there all day. I need to get up earlier, but I was out of Montgomery today, so that sucked.
Yeah, I've been telling myself I'm gonna get up earlier, and I still haven't done that, man. 40 years old, still not getting up early as I could be.
What time do you get up?
It ranges. If I'm taking kids to school, sometimes I'll get up as early as 6:30. Average day, 7:45, 8.
Still pretty early.
Yeah, I mean, I try to hit. I usually will get up, check my emails, kind of take about 30 minutes, drink coffee, chill, then kind of get to work around 8:30ish, 9. Do that, but no, man, my ideal schedule is probably what you might be on. If I could go to bed around 1, 2, get up around 9, 10, that'd be perfect for me. That's kind of my natural rhythm.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but for me. It's like it depends on if it's what kind of drive day it is. If I gotta go way out to like Buttville, I'm not gonna be home till like 8 or 9 o'clock sometimes. But I'm around here, I can get away with like waking up pretty late. But I try to. If I could get up real early, like 7 or 8, dude, I'd be back really early. But I don't know. It's kind of like, what's the point sometimes,
Man, there's those days I wake up and like my body's awake. It's ready to go. I actually talked about this earlier. I think with my mom. I was talking to her. I don't know why. But it's like I'll wake up and it's like, look at the clock, it's like 5:48. But I'm like wide awake. I had good sleep, and I'm like, man, I could go ahead and have coffee and just kind of get started on my day. Man, I could go to the gym and run and knock that out and be productive. And I'm like, I guess I could just go back to sleep for an hour or two. I just always go back to fucking sleep.
Hell yeah. Sleeping's good.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I'm on.
Yeah, baby, we need to get into some picks, man. What was the picks looking like, man?
Man, I got you on that because week 2, I think we both had blah, 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 blah. What is that? It was week 2 of college. It may have been week 1 of pro. I can't remember what weeks we were on, but it was when Texas played Michigan, which we thought would have been an exciting game. It really wasn't. Texas, man, they smashed them. College picks that week, pretty interesting. Grant Mills, I had 7 out of 8, really good on my picks. You were 5 out of 8, not bad at all. Whis, 2 for 8, not good.
Whoa.
Okay.
That was the college picks. But in pro picks, Grant Mills came back 11 for 16. Very well done. Did 9 for 16. I wasn't too far off. Not too bad. And Whis 2 behind me with 7 for 16. Less than 50%. So Whis needs to work a little bit harder on his pick'ems this year. Grant Mills, you've done pretty solid. Me and you both.
Oh yeah.
What do we have this week? This week's games for college are a little lackluster. I've got 7. I couldn't just throw some in there just for the fuck of it. So that's why it's a good get out of town weekend, chill, go get some good deep Southern cooking somewhere random. Beat them with Jarvis Beavers in the middle of nowhere. I'll go ahead and kick off the college picks. You ready, Grant Mills?
Ready, man.
First one, number 24, Illinois at number 22, Nebraska. Who you got?
Nebraska.
Yeah, I got Nebraska too. I was actually surprised Illinois was in the top 25. Whis, who you got?
I'm going Illinois, yeah.
That's not Brett Bielema, is it?
You know what? It might be. Maybe that's why. I think he is at Illinois, isn't he? You know what? You might be right.
Either Illinois or Western Illinois or something like that.
I think he is at Illinois. You might be right on that. Maybe that's why they're good, because he wasn't a bad coach. Number 2 game, man. This is a SEC battle that sounds like a good game, but if you've actually paid attention, this game, these two teams suck. Florida at Mississippi State. Who you got on this one, Grant Mills?
I want to go with Florida.
I'm going to go Florida just because they did have a little improvement with the quarterback, but man, Mississippi State just Toledo, and Arizona State. So, what you got, Whis?
More cowbell, yeah.
Oh, so Mississippi State.
Could be decent. This is probably your game of the week, I could imagine. Number 11, USC at number 18, Michigan. Who you got on that one, Grant Mills?
I'm going to go USC.
I thought I was going to go USC. I'm going to go Michigan. I think they get it in the big house, but I might regret that change later. Whis, who you like?
I'm going Michigan, yeah.
Michigan for Whis as well. Another SEC battle. Two teams that's hot, cold, hot, cold. Arkansas at Auburn. Who do you like on that one?
Ooh, they both suck, but I'll go Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn at home is pretty tough. If Arkansas looked a little better last week, the UAB, I think I'd go Arkansas, but they struggled a little too hard. They looked pretty good the weeks before. I could see them winning, but Auburn, after they tore it away, man, that running back was pretty solid. I'll go Tigers. Whis, who you got?
I'm going Arkansas. Oh, shit.
I'm going Arkansas, yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
It was weird.
he had a frog in his throat or some shit. This is a good game between two teams we never watch. Number 12, Utah at number 14, Oklahoma State.
Damn. I'll go Oklahoma State.
That's a good pick. I actually like Oklahoma State. I like Mike Gundy, but every time I fucking pick them, they let me down. So I will go Utah on that one.
I'm going Utah, yeah.
Yeah, I wish Oklahoma State would actually. I don't know. I think they got the badass Halloween colors, the black and orange. I think they could be a cool team. The Cowboys, Gundy's pretty cool dude. Seems like I could actually pull for them. But God, they always lose big games, and they always lose one regular season game that they should not fucking lose. So I don't know. They irritate me. Number 6, Tennessee at number 15, Oklahoma. Grant Mills, what say you between the Vols and the Sooners?
I'm going to go Tennessee.
Yeah, I agree. Oklahoma has not impressed me yet. Tennessee has very much. Whis, who you got?
I'm going Tennessee, yeah.
Gotcha. Last game. These are the games kind of sputtering this week. Nothing too great. Both 3-0. 13 Kansas State Wildcats at BYU. Probably a late night game, I would imagine. Kind of fun to watch. Grant Mills, who you like between Kansas State and BYU?
Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'll go Kansas State as well. Whis, who you got?
BYU, motherfucker.
BYU. That's 7, man. I tried to look for an 8th for this week. I could not find something that was worth picking. So we'll escape. We'll get out into the woods a bit, something like that. Do a little exploring. I'm excited. We'll have some stories for you guys next week about middle of nowhere, Alabama.
Maybe we can find a haunted trail or something.
Yeah, there's some down there. My uncle's hunting camp's not too far. My mom told me to try to hit him up. if we're down that way. He's got 1,100 acres. There's an old cemetery on the site down there. Be a cool place to go down there and shoot if he's got something going on. Might check in with the old man. I think he's like 90.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into the NFL picks. So we're coming up on week 3, folks. Starting Thursday, September 19th, we have New England and New York Jets. What are you thinking there, Wiggy?
I'm going to go New England on that one.
I'm going to go New York Jets.
Yeah, I'm going New England on their day.
All right, and Sunday, September 22, 2025, New York Giants against the Cleveland Browns. Wow, that's they both suck.
They both do suck. I'm going to go Cleveland on that one.
Yeah, I'm going Cleveland.
Well, y'all know I can't pick against the Browns, eh?
All righty, next one, Green Bay at Tennessee.
Ooh, I'm going to go Green Bay.
I think, sheesh. They both suck. I'm going to go Green Bay, too.
I'm going to Tennessee Titans,
I got Chicago at Indianapolis.
I'm going to go Indy.
Yeah, I'm just...
I like Chicago for some reason. They just irritate me.
I'm going to go... I'm going to go Indy as well.
I'm going Chicago, yeah.
All right, Houston at Minnesota.
Houston's looking pretty good, man. I like D'Amico Ryans as a coach. I like Stroud. I'm going to go Houston.
Yeah, I'm going to go Houston as well.
I'm going to go with Minnesota, yeah.
All right, we got Philadelphia and New Orleans.
Go Philly.
Ooh, I think I'm going to go New Orleans on this one.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Philadelphia, yeah.
All right. We got Los Angeles Chargers at Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'll rock with the Steelers, man.
All right, I'm going to go Chargers on this one.
I'm also going LA, yeah, because I love LA.
Have you ever been there?
I mean, sometimes me and baby go, yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, don't ever fucking question me in my shit.
All right. Denver. Yeah, I think you're capping, as the kids say.
No cap, y'all. No cap.
All right. We got Denver at Tampa Bay.
Denver at Tampa Bay. Doesn't Bo Nix, is he sucking right now?
I don't think he's doing that great.
I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
Going Tampa Bay as well.
I'm going to go Denver on this one, yeah.
Hey, all right. And we got Carolina at Las Vegas. Man, they benched Bryce, so they're in shambles. Who you going on this?
Yeah, I'm going to go Raiders on that one. I felt bad for him, man. I mean, he's fish out of water.
I'm going to go Vegas as well.
Yeah, I'm going Vegas.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's an unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I mean, I also think, not to distract too much from the pick'ems, but I think that's also the curse of having a great Bama team that he was at. He wasn't there very long. He's only been on great teams. He's had such superstars around him, and he still has superstars around him. Not taken from the NFL, but he's got he's not used to it. He's not used to having that type of pass rush. Having to make those quick decisions too. It's like I said, it's unfortunate because I think he can be a good quarterback, but I mean he's in a bad spot right now.
Yep. And also you got another Bama quarterback that's kind of in a bad spot. MIA, Miami at Seattle. What are you thinking on this game?
I'm gonna go Miami because I like the talent they have, but man, Tua needs to call it quits.
I'm going Miami as well. I think he does need to quit. He's already had 3 concussions we know about, and probably a lot more throughout his life. Man, it's just not worth it. But I don't think he's going to.
Nah.
So we'll see about that. What about you, Whis?
I'm going to go Seattle and listen for the upset, y'all.
All right. We got Baltimore. I think they're not doing very good this year so far against Dallas. What are you thinking on this one?
Baltimore isn't doing really good, but their defense is always pretty decent. Dallas is hit or miss on my picks, so I'm going to go Baltimore for the upset.
I think I'm going to go Baltimore as well. Whis?
Them Cowboys all day, y'all.
All right. San Francisco at Los Angeles Rams.
I like San Fran.
I'm going to go with San Francisco as well. I think McCaffrey is still out, but I still think they'll pull off that win. What about you, Whis?
LA, duh. LA all day, I love LA.
Okay.
All right. All righty then. We got Detroit at Arizona.
Like Detroit.
I'm going to go with Detroit as well.
I'm gonna go Arizona, y'all. For the upside.
Kansas City at ATL. That's the night game.
Whew. ATL didn't look too bad tonight, but KC's KC. I'm going to go ATL for the upset, as Whis would say.
Oh, I'm going to stick with Kansas City on that one.
I'm going ATL. Saudi.
All right. We have the Monday doubleheader.
Ooh.
Jacksonville at Buffalo.
Go Buffalo.
I'll go Buffalo as well.
I'm gonna go with the upset. Jacksonville Jaguars.
And we got Washington at Cincinnati.
Washington disappointed me. I'm going to go Cincy.
Going Cincy on this one as well. Whis.
I mean, Cincinnati, dude.
All right, that rounds out another week of picks for the boys and everyone here at the show.
Got locked and loaded.
Next week, locked and loaded, baby. Oh, another one in the books, folks. Oh, baby.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah, it was good. You have any big plans this weekend? Or just another week of work.
Another week of work. Seems like I have something every night. We've got a daughter cheerleading tomorrow night. Got something Wednesday night. I got a workout class Thursday night. Friday's Friday, so we'll be chilling. Saturday, looking forward to just kind of, man, I really am. I haven't done like just a little drive in a while, just kind of to nowhere. I think that kind of just chill and drive. We talked about this before. I think we talked about it in person. Well, my granddad used to do that when we were kids, man. He would just pick me and my brother up on Saturdays, and he'd just be like, man, wherever I want to go, I'm just going to drive. And, he'd get coffee and just chill. He didn't smoke or anything like that, but I think that was his way of just decompressing and shit. Maybe that's kind of, we're hitting that old man stage now.
Oh, yeah. Old man stage.
Yeah, so nothing exciting. How about yourself? Work, quiet quitting, going anywhere exciting?
Same old shit, man. Same old shit.
Scottsboro, you can go to the Unclaimed Baggage Center.
Yeah, I should check it out. Maybe I can get a old can of Aquanet and some draws.
Oh, man, I know who you can give that shit to.
I'm
You'll be up there by Gunnersville, though, right?
Yeah.
Not too far. Man, that's a cool place. I think Gunnersville's a hidden gem. There's a couple when I was on the road more and traveled a bit more, I'd stop in Gunnersville a lot, and there's a little park over there by the lake. You can kind of sit down there, chill, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah, that's always pretty cool, man. So we didn't really get into it. We're at the tail end, but we talked Tua for a second, man. I've never seen a football player more injury prone. I really haven't. I feel bad for him, but I think it's time to, if it's me, call it quits.
Yeah, you gotta hang it up, man. Those hits to the head is not good.
I've never seen someone, we may have mentioned in the group chat, when he gets sacked, he can take what looks like a routine sack and his head just slams on the ground. I've never seen anything like it, man. I really haven't. Like a lot of those hits that he takes that just seem routine. His head, I don't know if it's just the way he's built. His neck doesn't have as much muscular integrity as other people's, but I mean, he'll go to the ground and his head just looks like whiplashes. against the ground, man. That can't be good. Look at that hit at Mississippi State when he was at Alabama. I mean, it looked solid, but when he come back and he's like, oh, he dislocated his hip, his nose is broken, and he has a concussion. I'm like, damn, all three?
Yeah, he's prone to injury for sure. And after you take those hits, man, it's like you're more susceptible to concussions after that. And I don't know. I just don't think it's a good thing. Already seen CTE in players like Aaron Hernandez, Junior Seau, and the list goes on. What is the other guy? Sam, some shit. Look at AV. He's an idiot. He's definitely got CTE. So, I mean, I don't know. It's something that you just can't mess with that kind of stuff.
No, not your head, man. And he's going to have kids one day and be married if, I think he got engaged or... you want to. He's already made more than enough money than he can probably even spend. There's no amount of money worth compromising, your brain and your comprehension and being able to live a long, healthy, clear-headed life. As you get older, it gets tougher, anyways. Not saying I struggle with it, but man, you get more shit going on in your life. It's always tough to kind of be on the straight and narrow and thinking clearly, even for people that, I guess I'm still got a decent brain up there, a couple of marbles rolling around, but for someone taking those types of hits, man, I hope he does. I hope he really thinks about it and he does an early retirement. He was fantastic at Bama. He's had a pretty, I don't really know too much about his stats in the NFL, man, but he made it to the NFL. You've done well. People have celebrated your accomplishments. Retire with the bag and call it a day.
I agree, my friend. I agree. Oh, man, another week is upon us, folks. So get out there, hit that follow and subscribe button. Check out some of the old episodes with us. Do you have any final thoughts and or quotes before we get up out of here? Jay Wiggy.
You know what? I always try to throw a drinking quote here. This is a good one from Ernest Hemingway. I drink to make other people more interesting. I think you do that too, right?
Yes. Very, very good quote there. Everybody, hope you have a great weekend. Like I said, go ahead and check out the old episodes if you have not already. Lots of funny content there, and hit the follow, subscribe button. Make the most out of the weekend we got coming up, folks. I hope you all have a good one. Whis, so you have a quote before we get out of here, buddy?
Every pee time's not a poop time, but every poop time is a pee time. Now, I'll let you know.
All right.
Very profound.
Straight wisdom there coming from the Whis Creamer. Everybody, it's been a good one. Holler at your boy. Till next time, 9:30 in the Dirty Central Time, Monday night. We'll see you then, folks. Have a great evening.